Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on a prototype pollution lab in PortSwigger's Web Security Academy. It is Dom XSS via client-side prototype pollution. Solve the lab. We need to find a source, find a gadget, and then execute alert. We can use Dom Invader. So, I don't know Dom Invader. I'm probably not going to use it, at least at first. Maybe I can study up on how to use that and become a little better at it. Hey, Weiss, how's it going? Thanks for joining. But for now, I'll probably just do it manually. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's get going. So, as I said in the last few videos, we're coming up to the end of Web Security Academy. So what's next? What do you want me to do next? I'd really love if you'd give me a comment. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to view page source. And I'm just going to start looking for anything like this. Let's open this. How do I open link in a new tab? That one. Let's look through these. dparam. Okay, so first we're setting up a course so that if we get true, it turns it into that. Same with false. If there's no params, it's just going to return the bare object. Very cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. You can see it live. See how the sausage is made. Params are placed. So we've got a plus sign, and it's turning into a space, and then splitting by ampersands for each function. And then splitting the key value pairs into key, which it decodes. That's interesting. And then value, current object. And then we can put square brackets in the URL. Keys last. And so this is, again, killing off that ending bit, just this part, and replacing it with nothing. Shift split, killing off the first one, and combining all the keys. So it's just gathering up. So this is taking all the parameters in the URL and gathering it up. If the param length is 2, we're going to go into here. It's going to decode URI component param 1. If coerce. Ooh. This is tough to read like this. I'm going to copy this. Indicate, just so we can see. I can format it more to my liking. Okay, so we've got if coerce val equals val. So no, it's not. Yeah, if coerce val equals val, and it's not a number, and if we turn it to a number. So that's what I believe that does. Let's try that. I'm going to inspect this plus val. Let's go to console. I believe that turns it into a number. So if I take 5, right, and I say a const a equals 5, and then I go plus a, we get the number 5 compared to the string 5 here. Okay. So it's verifying that if I turned it into a number plus, and then I added an empty string, it would still be equal to val. So it didn't change the value. And then this is a ternary operator. And it turns it into a number. So if this stuff is true, it does this. Otherwise, it does this. Is that right? Ternary. Let's go to Chrome JavaScript ternary. Conditional ternary. Follow. Operator takes 3 operands. A condition followed by a question mark that an expression to execute if the condition is true. Otherwise, it does the what's after. And this is the value. So right here, we're saying we're doing all this stuff. And then if this phrase is true, or if the end of this, if all of this is true, then we're turning val to a number. Otherwise, we're setting val equal to undefined. Or, oh no, this is another, it's not equal. This is a, what is it called? Comparison. So then it's checking if val is undefined. If it's true, then it's set as returns undefined. Otherwise, this is comments. Otherwise, it tries to coerce the types of val. Coerce types. Remember, we saw that in the top. Let me close this right here. So if it's either true, false, or null, coerce types of val does not equal undefined. If that's true, then it's going to coerce it. So if the val is these 3, true, false, or null, it's going to make it that exactly. It's going to make it these things. Let's move this over so I can get, otherwise, it's just going to leave it as a string. Gosh dang that. I wonder if they could have made that any more complicated. If keys last. So all this is doing is if it's a number, it's going to make it a number. If it's undefined, it's going to make it a number. If it's true, false, or null, it's going to make it one of these 3 values. Pretty sure that's right. Otherwise, it's going to leave it as is. Okay. If keys last, and then we're looking at the last one. If we're on the, so this is checking if we're on the last key. Excuse me. Current equal key equals I less than key last. So if we are on the current key, or if the current key is not the last key, or then it's going to return the current key, or if it is the last key and is not a number, an empty object, or an empty array, otherwise the value. Not totally getting that part. Else, if object to string object key equals object array, push value. Else, if the object dot has own property call object and the key object key, else object key. Okay, so I think this is what we want to get to. Else if key object key equals course. Yeah. So imagine we can var object. So this is a bare object. If we can get through all of this, we can set a property of that object to anything we want. And because we're doing prototype pollution, what if we could set the prototype object to anything. And let me, just because I feel it's my duty, let me show a little bit about prototype pollution. So let's say we have an object A. So we'll do we'll do object 1 equals an object where we have A equals to 1 and B equals to 2, right? Let's define a const object 2 where it has C equals to 3 and D equal to 4, but it also has a so the prototype object of object 1, right? So object 2 has 2 parameters, but it also defines, I also used it to define the prototype of object 2. If I now do object 2 dot A, you can see that we get the value of object 1 even though we're working on object 2, and that's all because I set it as the prototype object, which means that due to the inheritance, or I don't know what the right word is, but all of these properties will flow down. So JavaScript will say, hey, object 2, do you have an A, parameter or property? Sorry, property is the right word. If not, let's check your prototype. So it goes up to the prototype and says, hey, do you have a value of A? It says yes, and so that's how we get object2.a. With prototype pollution, what we're doing is we are like polluting that prototype, right? So if I do proto here, and then I do dot E, so I'm doing object, let's show it this way first. So if I do object 1, the prototype, and I set a value of E equal to, what are we at, 5? Remember, I didn't touch object 2. If I now do object 2 dot E, you can see that object 2 automatically inherited that value. And we can change the parent prototype from the child. So if I go to object 2, which is the child, and I do dot proto, dunder proto, and then I set like f equal to 6. If I do that, and then I do object 1 dot f, you can see that works. Object 2 dot f, and that works. If the last thing I want to show, I guess, is if I do object 2.dunder proto, we get object the object 1. If I do object 2 dot underscore dunder proto dot dunder proto, we get the object which is the prototype for just an object. Like if I do boom boom dot proto, so this is just an empty object, I'm getting its prototype. Maybe I can't do dot notation there. Nope, I'm messing up. But I think this illustrates what I'm trying to say, is that this is the inheritance, and this right here, where we took the child and took the prototype of it and was able to, right here, able to modify it so that the parent had it, which means all children of that parent will now have that property. Cool. So if, back to what we were doing, if I can set a value here, and this key is proto, and the val is something that, I want, we haven't figured out what I want to put there yet, but if we can get there, that means that the parent object will have, a key and a value that I control, and then any other object within the website will have that same key and value. And that's what I want to take care of. That's why I want to pollute. All right, let's look at the next JavaScript. I hope that makes sense. Async function log query. So it's just getting it's doing a post, a keep alive, true body string. Oh, so it's posting the params. Function search logger. Let config params dparam. So it's setting a params. Not there. If config.transport URL. Script. This. That looks like our sync, right? Is it sync? Yeah, sync. The source would be here, and this would be the sync. It's going to use this transport URL property of config and then write that as a script onto the page. If config and search await. So we need, remember here where it said if the param length was 2. So it looks like we need, what calls search? Oh, and when it first loads, it calls search logger. Oh wait, log. Okay. So let's try that. We're going to do it in the search. I have no idea. This is even right. But I'm going to discard this. Let's try it. So what we want, let's view page source. Is there a script that is written? What's that one that writes a script? Script source document create element script config if config.transport URL. So I think that's what we want. We'll try to put it on the page. All right, so I'm going to search blah. It is a DOM base, so I probably want to do it in the browser here. Search. Do I care? I didn't study enough to care, to know if I care if it's first or last. What do we want? We want it to look like one of the examples. Let me go here and go JavaScript client side here. And something like this maybe, or yeah, let's try something like this. We want just like this. Proto foo. This is going to be transport URL, right? That was here. Transport URL. And bar, let's leave it as bar. Send it. View page source. Control F. Bar. No. Okay, that's all right. Transport URL. You know what we can do? Is I can take inspect. What do I want? I want, is it storage? Application? It's not application. It's network debugger. I want the JS search logger. I want to, it's when it loads. Where do I want? It's going to call search logger, which is right here. Yeah, let's try putting a stop here. Yeah, sure. Cool. Params, dparams, the URL location. Search params, 2 strings. So we want to step in, step out, step over. We want to step in. Let's objects, course types. What's params? Okay, params looks good. It is, okay, that's fine. It's going to hopefully params.replace, replace any. It's doing the search one right now. That's not ours, so we can skip past that. If params search array, search and blah. What did I do wrong? Oh, that's what I searched for. We needed to go finish all the way through this for search. And hopefully, okay, now we're looping back to the proto one. And let's see how we do. It decoded it. You can see the key. Now it's splitting off. Oh, I have to keep those, don't I? Let's see. If keys last, that's true. Suck. We skipped right over this. Oh, if it's not last. Okay. Cool. So let me play and let's switch the order of these so that search Control X is after bar. So we need ampersand here, and this ampersand needs to go away. All right, let's walk through this again. I need to go past the one, oh no, the first one now is the one that we care about. So I'm going to go and make sure if coerce, we're fine there. It's not the last, so we should jump down to else. If keys last, is I don't know why we didn't jump down to the else. If keys last, where does keys last get set? Right in this thing. Do we need one more? All right, let me stop this or just play it. I don't think that worked. Just to double check, Control F, bar, no. All right, here, I'm gonna do try one more, but I feel like I'm grasping at straws there. Params, so step into, the first one is the one we care about. I guess I need to understand the last a little bit more than what I have right now. What is keys last? Damn it, keys last is 1. If param length 2, param is this array. If coerce, param length val is the first one. I mean bar. Keys last. Dang it. What if I do, again, this is me trying to take this shortcut. But what if I do this? We didn't even hit. our, oh, okay, there we go. Damn it. Keys last is always one. All right, I guess the shortcut didn't work. We need to figure out how we can get keys last equal to, or if keys last to be falsy, so that we get down here into else. We need that because we need to do this. Whoops. I don't know where we just skipped past to return. Config transport undefined. Wish I was better at JavaScript. Make this ton easier. Here's where we want to get. Or we want this to be falsy. Where is keys last set? Keys last right here. If so, damn it. Keys last equals keys length minus 1. Regex dot test key 0. So if it has a square bracket and a closing bracket on the keys last, keys, it does all of this. So we can't use square brackets. Or I don't understand. All right, what are we going to do? How are we going to solve this? We're going to go I'm going to go to deep RAM and I'm going to set another breakpoint here. And then what if I do a dot instead of the bracket? Not there. And I visit that. Okay, there's the first breakpoint. We're going to play that. What's keys last? Else. Ooh. Ooh. We're doing it. It's happening. Return object. Look at that. Proto.transport URL equals bar. Config. It skipped over that. Param. Right there. Did it write this? I don't know if it wrote it. Config dot. Did we not go up enough? Object dot proto dot transport. Did I misspell it? Transport URL. The config has params. Oh, I need to go 2 up to get into the config. Okay, sorry. So right here, you can see that the config object has a params. This is taking as a string, so it will go to params. No, well, that's right. If I view page source, no. Let's just try it. Proto. I don't think this is right. All right, let's just play it. If keys last. Boom. We're going to add it. Oh, I can't view page source. That'll be wrong. Bar. No. Should I just... Okay. What if I just did this? What if I script? There's that one. 1 of 4. Oh, in description. Dparam. Those are the 4. Remove this. I'm so close. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. All right, play that, and then go to inspector. We're gonna search for script. No, you jerk. Okay, I guess I can figure out. We can also put search equals blah. We're getting super close. I want to kill this breakpoint, and I want to put a breakpoint here. Because now we're getting to where we're writing it. I'm going to kill this one also. Play that. All right, config. Config. Let's see what the... Damn it, come on. Config params. It's not setting... It's doing that as a string and not actually setting the prototype. How do we get it to config params? If config params logger config. We could also try to set params, maybe. Config params. No. This has got to be how you're doing it, how you do it, and I just am not doing it right. Failed storing query. That's cool. Here's the HTML. We're gonna play. And let's also transport URL. If it wrote a script, we want that script to do console. Should we just do alert? I'm afraid that console, I'm gonna do alert. It's gonna write the script. The source is gonna be here. So we need like source data. Like this. Boom, boom. Something like that. Transport URL is undefined. Damn it. We're not setting this transport URL, and that's because right here, toString, we have config as, damn it, come on. I want to see the params. This is what we want, except for without the quotes. How do we do it without the quotes? All right, I'm going to have to look at the answer. I think I'm close. I think this is the right, I think we've got the right sync and source. There's just something else that I don't understand. Square brackets didn't work. Right? Proto. Do I need square brackets on here? Wait. Actually makes sense. Did I try this? Oh, damn it. Yes. Woo. Okay. So the reason it solved it right there. So close to looking up the solution. I'm so glad I didn't. Is because I don't know how I did it in the past. We could look through HTTP history to see, but in fact, let's do that. Let's see how I was messing up before when I was doing the brackets. Yeah, so like right here, I was only doing it on the transport URL. So the property of proto. But in this instance, I needed proto to be viewed as a property also. So it was taking this params, config params, and setting it equal to that. So I needed proto to be viewed as a property also. So that's why I needed proto in square brackets and transport URL in square brackets. And then I just did, because it was going to be put in the script source, we could just put data alert and then the 2 forward slashes to comment out the rest. Whoo! This script is going to be super easy to write. Let's just do it real quick. So, I need to make dir let's do make cd prototype pollution. Yeah. ln-s utils will be to here. Oh, I already have this? Ah, sweet. cd prototype pollution. And then we're going to do Python utils create script, give it the home. We've got our template, and I'm going to take this, and copy it. Vim, what is it called? Dom. All we're going to do to solve this is visit this URL. Like I said, it's going to be a super sweet, simple one. We've already, so blog.get response blog.base URL plus. We did because it's all DOM, and we just need to do one thing. So plus, let's do params, I guess. Params equals dictionary. First param is going to be dunder proto. Second one is transport URL, and the value of that will be data string data boom the alert one comment boom. The next one will be search, and its value will be blah. We're going to get rams base URL plus nothing. Params equals params. We don't need the rest. We can do blog.is solved, and that should solve it. Very cool. That was a tough one. It took a while to get my brain wrapped around this second, the first set of square brackets, but really glad we did it. What I want to do now that we solved it is I want to look at I want to look at the solution, both the manual and the Dom Invader, because while I want to know how to do it manually, in assessments, when time is critical, I want to be able to do it automated. So let's check that out now. I'm pretty happy we didn't go for the solution until after. So it just says, try it. It just says, try it. Okay. And then it says, find the gadget. And then transport. We tried that. Wait. Would it have worked without the square brackets? This says yes. So my whole spiel about the square brackets was wrong. What? Okay. So if we did boom proto transport URL equals data colon comma alert 1. Damn it. So I had the answer, like, seriously, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. And it's all because I didn't try to do alert. But why didn't it write a script with bar, source of bar? Inspect console. If I do this, gosh dang it. How did I miss this? Probably because I was doing view page source. And because it's DOM based, view page source will not work. I didn't start doing this right there. I didn't start searching in here until later. Huge mistake. Huge. Data alert. That's what we did. Dom Invader. Okay, let's check this out. Let's open up burps. So where I'm going to go to intercept, open browser. And let's move this to first screen. Enable Dom Invader and enable Dom Invader is enabled. Enable prototype pollution. That is in attack types. Prototype pollution is on. Open the browser DevTools and go to the Dom Invader. Okay. Inspect. Let's pop this out. Dom Invader. Let's try there. And then reload the page. Page is here. Let's get the home, actually. Found it right away. Prototype property. Found it right away. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Click scan for gadgets. Wait, open. Oh, right there. New tab. Scan up, open DevTools in the same tab as the scan. So I have no idea if the scan is complete, but let's check it now. Dom Invader. Yeah, this would have been way easier, but come on. That's like cheating. I'm just kidding. I'm definitely using this. Well, for now, while I'm still trying to learn it, I'm not going to use this. But anytime I feel lazy, I'm going to. All right, sweet. That is it. So let's do a brief recap. I should have done this before, so I apologize. But we took advantage of this script. So we found the source here, and that was when we set the object key equal to value. So we could set arbitrary keys on the object to whatever value we wanted. That was key to solving this, because we could then set the object's prototype or its parent object to a value of our choice. Then we needed to find a gadget to do an exploit from that. In this other script, we found this part right here that wrote a script with the script source being config transport URL. So we took the parent of object, which was the object prototype, which meant config, which was also an object, would inherit it, and we set the transport URL to what we wanted. In this case, it was data alert 1, so that alert box popped. And that's how we solved it. Hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Goodbye.